Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man rushed to hospital after being hit by JDF vehicle. A young man who was rushed to hospital Thursday evening after he was reportedly hit from the sidewalk and run over by the Jamaica Defense Force vehicle in Auguston, St. Andrew. Residents who reportedly caught the incident on video said they had previously warned the lawmen of the fast driving in the community. In the video, the injured man can be seen lying motionless on the ground before being picked up and put in a vehicle by members of the JDF. His condition is currently unknown. 8-year-old abducted from school in Portmore, throat slashed. An 8-year-old girl was left for dead Thursday after she was abducted from school and her throat slashed. The girl, a student of Brighton Primary in Portmore, St. Catherine, was taken from the institution in a motor car, transported to Vineyard Town in St. Andrew, and thrown from the vehicle. Information reaching reporters is that the child was found by passerbys and rushed to hospital, where she has since been admitted. Police have confirmed the incident, but are yet to establish a motive for the abduction and attempted murder. Portmore taxi operator wanted for murder in the U.S. remanded. The St. Catherine fugitive, who is wanted for murder in the United States and had been hiding in Jamaica since 2006, was yesterday remanded in custody when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Kenway Sharkey Hardy will return to court on June 15. The 41-year-old alleged drug dealer is accused of being involved in the murder of a rival drug dealer in March 2002. When Hardy made his first appearance in court for his extradition hearing yesterday, lawyer Shadrick Berry informed the court that the fugitive's attorney Christopher Thousand was requesting another date in order to take instructions from his client. Hence, the matter was postponed. Hardy reportedly fled the U.S. in 2006 and was in Jamaica working as a taxi driver. He was arrested early Wednesday morning during a snap raid carried out by a team from the St. Catherine South Division and Jamaica Fugitive Apprehensive Team at his home in the community of Portsmouth in Portmore, St. Catherine. An investigation by the New York City Police Department alleged that Hardy was part of a drug crew that planned and executed the shooting death of Altari Felton on March 27, 2002 in New York. A warrant for his arrest for murder was issued by the United States District Court of New York last July. Man killed, woman injured in Stonehill, St. Andrew. A man was killed and a woman shot and injured while they work at a house in Stonehill, St. Andrew Thursday afternoon. The dead man has been identified as 30-year-old Ricardo Johnson, otherwise called Lizard, a resident of Lacey District in St. Andrew. The injured woman is 54 years old. It was reported that around 3:20 p.m., the two were working inside a concrete structure under repair when two men armed with handguns entered. Police said the men fired shots hitting Johnson all over his body. The one was hit in the left eye and the right side of her face. The gunmen then made their escape on foot in the area, the police stated. Upon the arrival of authorities, Johnson was seen motionless, lying in a pool of blood. The injured woman was assisted by a motorist to hospital, where she was admitted in stable condition. No motive has been established for the attack. Man found guilty of killing patrons in bar fight. 40-year-old Mark Brown, who stabbed a man to death 6 years ago, was yesterday found guilty of murder. He was remanded and is to be sentenced on July 28. The coroner had evidence that in 2017, Brown and Clive Spencer, a 34-year-old laborer of Brighton in Portmore, St. Catherine, were at a bar in the area when they got into a dispute. Brown reportedly stabbed Spencer in the abdomen and walked away. Spencer was taken to the Spencertown Hospital, where he died from his injuries. An investigation was launched that resulted in Brown's arrest and charge. Justice Bertram Morris presided over the case in the St. Catherine Circuit Court. Man killed, woman escaping Gregory Park abduction, robbery. Up to late Wednesday night, drones were being used by the security force to continue the search for the Hillshire communities in St. Catherine for a gunman considered armed and dangerous, who is the main suspect in the kidnapping and murder case. The gunmen, along with an accomplice, abducted a man and woman from Gregory Park and forced them to withdraw money before reportedly killing the man and dumping the body in the mangrove along the Hillshire Main Road. The police, who have been tracking the car, intercepted the meals. One of the gunmen was killed by police during the ensuing confrontation. The deceased has been identified as Delana Brown, a 22-year-old of Gregory Park address. The female escaped unhurt. The police said the male and female were abducted from their Gregory Park home in Portmore at gunpoint on Wednesday and taken to the corporate area, where they were forced to use their ATM cards to withdraw $100,000 from different accounts. The gunman then reportedly drove Brown and the female back to Portmore, where they took the male from the car, shot him, and dumped his body in Mangrove along the Helsham Main Road. A special unit, which had been tracking the vehicle, tried to apprehend the occupants. The police reportedly chased the perpetrators toward Fort Lawrence Beach, where the vehicle crashed. An alleged running gun battle between the cops and police took place, during which one gunman was fatally shot while the other escaped in the nearby mangroves. The slain gunman is yet to be identified. The police have since asked the residents to report any strange men in the community. Kingston man charged for St. Mary vendor's murder. 2 Kingston men have been charged for the May 13 murder of 39-year-old vendor Shelton Watson on Main Street in Highgate, St. Mary. They are 30-year-old vendor Deshane Gentles of Q Lane, Kingston 13, and 37-year-old Ron Garden, otherwise called Rojo, a truck driver of Lincoln Crescent, Kingston. They have been charged with murder, wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Corporate Communications Unit says about 3:20 p.m., residents heard explosions and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, Watson and another man were seen lying in a pool of blood with gunshot wounds. Both men were taken to hospital, where Watson succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. The other man was treated and released. Gentles and Garden were arrested on Tuesday and subsequently charged. Cops allegedly robbed $14 million from Chinese wholesalers. 2 police officers have been arrested in connection with a multi-million-dollar robbery of Chinese wholesalers in Kingston on Tuesday. The lawmen are facing charges of robbery with aggravation. According to reports, 2 Chinese nationals were at their wholesale when they were visited by 2 police officers, dressed in plain clothes. 3 other accomplices reportedly accompanied the officers to the location. The 2 men reportedly identified themselves as officers and presented a document they claim was a warrant from the Constant Spring Police for the property to be searched for unaccustomed goods. One of the Chinese nationals was reportedly led to the family's living quarter upstairs, where a search was conducted. $8.5 million, along with US $40,000, was reportedly seized by the lawmen. An iPhone 14 was also said to be taken. The iPhone was later tracked and reportedly found damaged in a Queensbury community in Kingston. It is reported that one of the Chinese wholesalers objected to the item being seized by the officer, but was allegedly told they would be returned. He was asked to accompany the plainclothes officer to the police station to have the matter sorted. The wholesaler, however, was reportedly instructed to travel in his personal vehicle. It is said that when the victim entered his vehicle, the officer sped off, leaving him behind. A report was made to the police and the lawmen were later brought in for questioning. They are being held pending an investigation. Bartlett seeking to limit fallout from U.S. travel advisory. On the heels of a recent travel advisory issued for Jamaica by the United States Department, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett is heading to the North America country to seek to assure travelers that the island is a safe, secure, and seamless destination. The Tourism Ministry, in a release on Thursday, advised that Bartlett and a team of senior tourism officials have departed Jamaica for the United States to engage with critical stakeholders ahead of what is expected to be the best summer tourist season for Jamaica. We're hitting the road to boost the arrival for our biggest and best market, the United States. More than 74% of our visitors come from the U.S., and we don't take that for granted. We're determined to future-proof the sector this summer, and meeting with our American partners is crucial in realizing that objective, Bartlett stated. The tourism minister pointed to the recent travel advisory and underscored that it is essential that American visitors are reminded of the safe, secure, and seamless experience that a Jamaican vacation offers. Bartlett also noted that it is prudent for Jamaica's presence to be felt in the American market at this time. In its latest advisory in May, the State Department urged Americans to reconsider travel to Jamaica due to crime. Bartlett's first stop will be in New York City, where he will participate in the annual Caribbean Week celebrations organized by the Caribbean Tourism Organization. The tourism minister will briefly return to Jamaica before heading to Miami, Florida, where he will meet with key players in the crucial industry, including Carnival Corporation, Royal Caribbean, and the Further Caribbean Cruise Association. Bartlett and his team will also make a quick trip to Atlanta, Georgia, for a meeting with Delta Vacations and Delta Airlines, one of America's major legacy carriers. Following his Atlantic visit, he will return to Florida for the Miami World Travel Expo, where he will participate in a panel discussion, followed by a meeting with executives from the Expedia Group, owners of more than 200 travel booking sites across 75 countries. New York, Miami, and Atlanta are the cities from which we traditionally get a large influx of American visitors. These areas also have a high concentration of Jamaicans who often choosing to return home and spend their tourism dollars during the summer season. We're strategically targeting those cities for maximum impact as we make sure tourism contribution to Jamaican economy continues to grow, Bartlett added. Please remember to subscribe, like, share,